Chaos does not usually arrive all at once. It spreads quietly, slowly, and then suddenly feels impossible to stop. What you are seeing today in parts of America is not random. It is not accidental, and it is not harmless. A recent incident in Minneapolis shows this clearly. Federal ICE agents were surrounded by protesters inside a hotel. They called for help. Local police did not respond. Think about that for a moment. Federal officers trapped, unable to get protection from local authorities. This is not just about one city. This is about the breakdown of basic order. When law enforcement stops cooperating with law enforcement, the system itself starts to collapse. The Trump administration reportedly offered Minnesota officials 4 proposals to reduce tension and restore order. First, local police would respond to emergency calls from federal agents. Second, off-duty federal agents would receive basic protection. Third, local jails would share information about illegal immigrants convicted of serious crimes. And fourth, in return, federal law enforcement would largely pull back, leaving crowd control to local authorities. These were not extreme demands. They were attempts to de-escalate. But all 4 proposals were rejected. Governor Tim Walz, Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, Mayor Jacob Frey. They said no. Why reject de-escalation? Why refuse cooperation? Why allow chaos to grow? The argument is that chaos is not a failure. It is the goal. History shows that destabilization often comes before power grabs. When institutions fail, people become desperate, and desperate people accept radical change. This is how societies unravel. Not overnight, but piece by piece. The video argues that what we are seeing resembles a coordinated attempt to weaken federal authority, something often described as a color revolution. Not through tanks, not through armies, but through confusion, fear, and disorder. At the same time, public perception is carefully managed. Media narratives distract. Real issues are reframed or ignored. While Americans argue with each other, the system continues to break down. The video also raises concerns about border policy. Millions of illegal immigrants entering without proper biometric identification. No clear tracking. No accountability. Whether you agree or disagree, one question remains important. Can a country survive without knowing who is inside its borders? Another issue raised is priorities. Foreign wars receive endless funding and attention, while cities at home struggle with crime, drugs, and social collapse. What does that say about leadership? The video goes further, claiming that certain political elites view traditional American identity, including Christianity and white working-class communities, as obstacles. This claim is controversial, but it reflects a growing feeling among many citizens that they are no longer represented. Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan once spoke about systems designed to erase Native Americans, yet she now holds significant political power. The contradiction raises questions about narrative versus reality. Is the system truly broken, or is it being intentionally dismantled? The danger is not one political party or one ideology. The danger is division so deep that cooperation becomes impossible. When people stop seeing each other as neighbors and start seeing each other as enemies, the nation weakens. Chaos spreads like a disease. If untreated, it consumes everything. The question is not what happened in Minneapolis. The real question is what happens next. If you value independent thinking and honest discussion, make sure you subscribe to the channel and stay informed.